Hey guys, Romie here. So please like, comment, subscribe. This is my review for Love and Hip Hop season Love and Hip Hop Atlanta season 6 episode 9, Bachelor Bash. Now the episode actually starts off where it left off with the foolishness, and I know it's been a couple of days, so we all have to figure out what's going on again. What's going on again? Well, I'll tell you what's going on. But just in case, if you guys didn't see, I did a review for The Real Housewives of Atlanta, the reunion parts 1 through 4. Part 4 was yesterday. That was a lot. I tell you, that was a lot. A lot. But we'll jump right into this. So when it comes to Love and Hip Hop, it starts off with Stevie J. Stevie J is talking with his girls because guess what? Bonnie Bella is here. And of course they're excited. They're happy about that. But here's their condition. Jocelyn needs to go and apologize to them because Jocelyn disrespected their family, which we know. Jocelyn disrespected their family, so they said, that's great and all, and it looks like you're going to go and cohabitate with her again. Stop faking the fun, because we know you're going to go and cohabitate with her. So here's how this goes. Oh yeah, but she's so cute, seeing the picture of her, that's great and all. Jocelyn needs to apologize. We need to hear it. It needs to be genuine, because we're not going to be around her unless she does that. And I respect that. I respect that immensely. Because you know that Bonnie Bella, of course, is going to be around them a lot, which means that Jocelyn's going to find her way around them. Then we go to Tammy. Tammy, she goes and has to sit down with... she has to sit down with Bambi. Because she needs to get the lowdown what's going on with her girl. Tammy talks about how she may go and entertain a relationship with Waka Flocka again. But more importantly, this is about the Bams. And the Bams wants it to be known that she's not in a good way. The wedding is off. Things went crazy. Scrap's been very distant. He's on this whole I'm doing me thing, even though we're in a relationship, very mature. And she wanted it to work, but he needs to grow up. So I said, okay, fair enough, fair enough. Next off, we have Jock. Jock's talking to Treasure because he needs to know why you going to put why do you have my name in your mouth? Especially since I'm paying your bills. You're interning. Treasure said, here's this worse. You're supposed to be friends with my girl. You're supposed to be friends with my girl. You're supposed to be friends with me. How can you go and do all that to me when at the end of the day, when you go and mess with Cena, even though you're supposed to be Holly, even though you're supposed to be with not Tammy, you're supposed to be with Tommy, doing all this mess and trying to get me all stressed. What's wrong with you? He said, wait a minute. Excuse me. What are you doing? What are you talking about? Why you keep doing like this? What is that? What is that? Yeah. What is that? Long story very short. She gets fired or gets let go because of the unprofessional rhetoric. I said, unprofessional? What was unprofessional about her telling you about? So, oh, I get it. The truth is, this was too messy from the start. You know this girl probably because of your baby mama, even though you just didn't know it at the time. And I don't really care. I don't care at all. It was these first couple of segments I really didn't care about because I got where the arguments were coming from, but it became irrelevant. As soon as I saw gunplay, I said, wait a minute. I'm hearing music, and it actually sounds good. What's going on? It sounds like it's radio ready. What's going on? I said, oh, this must be someone new. This has to be someone new. The voice sounds familiar, but this has to be someone new as far as the show's concerned. It's gunplay. It's gunplay, and at first I said, no, run while you can. Run while you can, please. And I said, no, we need some credibility. Stay. Stevie J comes through. Apparently, Gunplay and Scrap have a history, so we find out that Gunplay's, he's here, trying to do his thing. But down in Miami is where he resides, along with Scrap. Scrap's going to be moving. He's going to be moving. He wants to make some new moves. He wants to change of pace. He's been doing work down there. He's been able to get business down there. So he's going to go where the business is. And essentially, since him and the Bams aren't together, that's what's not holding him back. Holding him back anymore. Stevie J, they congratulate him on his baby. And it's like, what's going on with you and Jocelyn? Oh, Jocelyn and I are cool, taking it one step at a time. And I said, really? But at least I know I'm the daddy. Unlike what's going on with young Jock. Yeah, what's going on with you and the mess? The mess and the stress. And Jock talks about how he had to fire Treasure because Treasure was going and interacting with the baby mama. And Gunplay said, yeah, I know all about that. I said, no, please stop. And Stevie introduces his new artist. I almost called her the Polynesian goddess. The Pomeranian goddess? No, that's a dog. Because she does look good. She absolutely looks good. We'll get to her. Get to it later. I might do a voiceover for that. They were like, oh Lord, goddess, princess, Puerto Rican princess, the Pomeranian god. I know that's not what it is, but you get my point. And I'm wasting time because I don't want to talk about what's coming on next. This felt like a filler. Let's just hurry up and through this. Mama D then goes over to you guys to Ernest's house because Ernest hasn't been staying with her. Ernest is staying in the woods because that's where he lives. And she's like, oh, so he's going and checking up with this chick from Miami, i.e. his mom. And I said, Mama D needs to stop with all that. That's gross. I get it that we kind of joke around and say that that's a relationship that you have a Scrappy, but stop it. Because she's trying to go and push that persona onto Curtis. Which Curtis goes and pushes it right back on her like, excuse me. Excuse me. Are we going to forget that people say that about you having too much of a close relationship with your son? The issue is, you want all the attention, all the affection. Do you deserve all the attention and affection? Do you? Do you? Do you? I think that's a fair question. Carly Red has to sit down with her girls, and when I say her girls, I mean Tammy and Rashida, and they do this whole volleying back and forth around. Rashida's not really seeing Kirk because she's okay because he's not owning up to if the baby's his or not because he doesn't want to take the paternity test. Great. While we have Carly over here recounting her entire life story for the season so far regarding her issues with Tommy, regarding the issues that Jock is going to sleep with Tommy, or at least entertaining something with Tommy. But Jock said he actually never slept with her, and he knows that he was being used by Tommy. But he was okay with that because it was like, look at Tommy, why not? And mind you, even though Carly kind of reiterates that, she also talks about how, but Tammy, I have something a bone to pick with you because now you go and sleep with that, being friends with the enemy. You being friends with the enemy now? You, because I was talking to Dime, and I don't care if you and Dime don't like each other. At the end of the day, why are you going to be shacked up with so-so? Oh, and Tammy, I love what Tammy said, though. Tammy said, excuse me, but you and Carly ignored it. Mind you, Tammy said, excuse me, didn't you go and try to take her man? So you did tit for tat. What happened to you, you did to her. So it's even. What's the problem? I said, people don't pay attention to what Tammy says, but she gets in those digs. She gets in those digs. Again, I'm not recanting the whole story because if you watch the season, that's all that Carly brought up. This whole thing felt like a dang filler, and I was irritated. Scrappy then goes and talks to Mama D because Mama D needs to talk about how her and Ernest are kind of on the outs, and even Scrappy reiterates the fact that, wait a minute, that's what people say about us, say about how you respond and react to me, and how you're up under me. But he needs to go and let her know that we have this. It's not really an issue because I don't care. I don't care. Me and the Bams done. We done. What? But into other news, yeah, I may be going down to Florida, Miami. Miami? Yeah. Did you tell your daughter? Oh, no, I ain't telling Money yet. But, you know, she's going to be happy. She's going to be cool with that. I said, excuse me? You think so? You sure? You sure about that? But Scrappy's going to have a performance. Of course, his mother's going to be there. I will say this. Everyone looks a little dry in this particular scene. I said, not dry as in boring. Dry as in, it's like, ooh, kind of needs to moisturize. Actually, no, Mama D looked good. I was like, Scrappy, the hands. Like, it's me too, because my hands constantly looking like I work out day in the fields when I'm barely outside ever, even if it's summertime. But come on, dude. Come on, dude. And did anyone else notice how Mama D was kind of having trouble doing her? And me and the court, how can he go and be with the Bams? But if he's with the Bams and with Kirk and doing all his mess and not claiming the baby, how is he not claiming the baby and not even doing the paternity test just to prove that he didn't do it, even though he acknowledged the fact that he slept with her? I said, wait a minute. Did she have problems reading the teleprompter? Were you having a moment? Jock. Waka and Tammy. Waka takes Tammy to the movie theaters to prove his love to her, and he had a nice little setup. He had a table with the flowers, with the red flowers, and she sat down. She was at first perplexed as, excuse me, we're on the movie day. I said, that movie theater is empty. That movie theater is empty and it looks familiar. Oh, I think I just remembered because I said, I saw this before. And on Love and Hip Hop. I think it was Love and Hip Hop. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Was it Love and Hip Hop Hollywood where I think it was Lil Fizz did this? Where he did the whole movie theater date or something like that? Or was it Kirk? It was one of them. It was one of them. And to make matters better, so as you know, on the screen it showed the pictures of the great time that they had as a couple and as a family. And most importantly, all of his passwords to his iCloud, to his Instagram, to the iPhone in general, and to one other thing. I said, look at that. Look at that. She took a picture of it. He said, well, can I come in? Is all forgiven or partially forgiven? She said, I don't know. Can I move back into the house? I don't know. Well, can you come with me on tour? I said, excuse me, unless it's the summertime and Charlie doesn't have anything going on, I don't think that can happen. Like, what? But this is his way of proving that, yes, I'm a changed man, even though, of course, he can change the passwords at any time, or just use a fake one. Anyway, it was a nice gesture. It was a nice gesture. So now, one of the oddest pair, Mama Shirlene and Mama D, they go and have a sit down. Remember, the last time they came together in that boutique in Rashida's shop is when the bird's nest incident occurred. And now we have this odd situation where Mama D is really concerned for Rashida because I think they are kind of family-ish. And so what ends up happening is Mom D's like, you know what? I heard what happened with Kirk and the no good Kirk and him not really claiming her and him even saying that he loves Rashida, and Rashida didn't do this. She didn't cook. She didn't clean. She didn't have sex with him as much as he wanted. So then he had a wandering eye. And you know, Mama Charlene said, I don't care. Here's what needs to happen. He needs to take that DNA test and possibly a divorce. Don't worry about it. I got him. I'm going to get him. We already saw what she was able to do last time in that car when she ran over, when she reversed and then went forward on his bike. Even though we were saying, can that be him? Can that be him? So we'll see what she's going to do this time. And trust me, we didn't have to wait long. Scrappy goes and performs. I said, okay, the song's cool enough. Mama D is hosting. Everything's cool. But there is something else occurring because there's two motives going on. There's Mama D who kind of wants the BAMs. But again, to come around, she's not coming. That's fine because her sight's set on Mama Shirlene. She wants Mama Shirlene to come up there. We don't know why yet, but it's going to happen. Mind you, Tammy, Scrappy, as well as Rashida, Gunplay, CVJ, and someone else. But she is a goddess. Just remember that. They talk about how Scrappy's relationship's gone to mess and how, what was her name? Lord Jesus. Bambi stormed off. So it's like, I'm done. CVJ has an artist named Estelia, and for his new label, Danger Zone Latina, you know, to get the Latin music market is blowing up, as we can see, blowing up. And so now since Jocelyn isn't his artist anymore, or isn't really doing that anymore, now we have to. That's her name. A Panamanian goddess. Wait, I think I said it right before. Anyways, everyone's laughing because they're like, is this business or professional? Oh, it's both. I mean, no. It's, yeah, it is both. Business or personal. It's business. For now, oh God. CVJ is all about just making money, making moves. We'll see what happens there. They said kudos to CVJ for working things out with Jocelyn. Unlike Kirk, who's no good and trash. Trasher comes out of nowhere because she's the conversation. She goes and begs Jock for her job back. And she was like, I'm sorry, I won't say anything anymore. She gets on the ground, on her knees, and begs. And you see, the the ladies behind were like, what is wrong with them? Then the cast member's like, oh my God, what does Jacques have? Why are these women just going and doing all this stuff for him? I'll tell you why. I don't know why. I don't know why. What I do know is Tammy wasn't enthused about how this whole going away, I'm going to Miami, kind of almost belittling Bambi party was. And so she let Jacques know. That's cool enough. All that really matters from this party is what happened next. Mama Charlene said, I need Kirk to come here. He was invited? Oh, he's not here? Okay. Well, we're going to find you. What we're going to find you? We're going to find you. We're going to get you. Not only going to find you, we're going to get you. I got this. A pregnancy test. A pregnancy. Look. Did I just say Kirk take a pregnancy test? I meant a DNA test. She said, we gonna DNA test you, we gonna find you, we gonna get you. As I said, this episode was a filler. That last part, I was cackling. Everyone had that look of, oh my God, Rashida, I'm so sorry, your mother's doing too much. Actually, she's not. Because if we can get Carter, when he was a baby, to take a DNA test because Kirk thought Rashida was tipping out on him, then we sure as hell can get this other baby that we know Kirk had sex with Jasmine, so that they need to just have a DNA test and be done with this. Like, stop the man. This is foolishness. I'm done. Oh, and apparently Phaedra was fired.